What's up, everybody? Randy here with Nerds Templar. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. We are in set number 13 here today. It is the red division starting us off, as always. After 12, we've got King K. Rool and Donkey Kong both at 9 and 3 in this division. We got Pyra and Mythra, along with Simon and Byleth, all 8 and 3 right now. None of them fought yet. Dr. Mario's 8 and 4, Yoshi's 7 and 4, and then we got a tie, 7 and 5, Zelda and Hero, but Zelda beat Hero, taking that number 8 spot. Hero number 9, 6 and 5, Terry and Pit. We got the 5 and 6, Marth and Me Brawler. Marth beat Me Brawler, so we got some ties here where they already had head-to-head matchups. All important head-to-head matchups. 5 and 7 Mario, just out of the playoffs at the moment. 4 and 7 Lucario. 4 and 8 Greninja, who beat the 4 and 8 Young Link. 3 and 8 Kirby. 3 and 9 Ryu. 2 and 9 Jigglypuff. And the 1 and 10 Peach, falling the entire way from number 2 last season to number last 20. So set 13 today. We got Mario starting things off against Marth. We got Young Link taking on Simon. Greninja versus Kirby. Ryu versus Pyra and Mythra in a tough one for them. For him, that is. Hero versus Peach. Terry taking on Jigglypuff. Donkey Kong then up against Lucario. Then we got Yoshi versus the Me Brawler. Dr. Mario taking on Pit. And then we got Zelda against Byleth to finish things off. King K. Rool up there 9 and 3 is on a bye. If Donkey Kong wins, Donkey Kong's number 1. If Donkey Kong loses, King K. Rool is number 1 by himself. Maybe. I guess it would also depend on how Pyra and Mythra, Simon and Byleth do today. But that's what we got. Let's get started. Alright, and I decided instead of doing 2 sets in a row of secondaries and then 2 of the tertiary skins, we're going to do secondary and then tertiary and then go back to second and then third again. So, yeah, we'll switch it up. Every fighter will still get to wear both. So here we go. Mario and Marth, both. And a really important one for them here. 5 and 6 Marth. He's in the playoffs. He's definitely number 12 right now. Because he beat the other 5 and 6. That being the Me Brawler. Mario just below both of them at 5 and 7. Takes a playoff spot for himself. For the win here, it's in his hands. Same with Marth. Again, we got several sets left here, but we are into the over the halfway point now. More than a set over, even. So we're closing in on the end here. 21 sets total, 20 matches for everybody. 1 bye. And these are the most important ones here. You have basically everybody still with a shot, except maybe Peach. Maybe Jigglypuff. We'll have to see. Maybe one more chance today for her. 116 on Mario, 110 on Marth, and this very close one. Poison Mushroom on Marth. Back to normal size from that Super Mushroom right afterward, though. Safe at the moment. So it's one good hit from either of them, and it'll be the knockout to initiate today. There it is. Oh, nope, not quite. 122 all, though. Now Mario trying to keep him off with the Hydro Pump. Not gonna happen, though. Ooh. Still can't get him off. 129 to 139. Mario, though, when he jumps off the side of the stage, he tries to come back and he up B's into the bottom of it. And he just gave up the first stock. Is that going to count as a self-destruct? We saw our first self-destruct last set. The very first one ever in the league. We may have just seen our second. There have been a lot that I would have called self-destructs, though. The game did not. But we finally had an official one. Marth knocked out there, though, so we are pretty much tied back up here. Marth, again, up half a game right now. Really, it's more Mario being down half a game. The extra loss right now. Oh, Mario dodges the sword and retaliates. But doesn't get Marth that time either. 44 to 88 now on Marth. Mario retaining a pretty good lead. Nothing else. Oh, Marth, nice block. Nice shield there. Because there's a difference, right? There's the block, which is a quick block, and then there's the shield, which is the shield. So that was what that was. We get our terms correct, I guess. Try to. Supersized Mario tossing Marth out of here, and that's 45 only on Mario at the moment. We're talking the 13 and 7 Mario from last season, in the 7 and 13 Marth that came from the Yellow Division. So, I mean, based on their records last season, this should be how it goes. Mario, though, lost to the Ice Climbers in his very first match in the playoffs, even though he was first non-bye seed. 8 buys, and he was the next one. Not getting one, so. But he lost to the Ice Climbers, the worst then, to make the playoffs. And Yellow Division proved themselves pretty strong, so yeah, maybe that's why we see Marth sort of in the middle of the pack here. And Pit as well, 6 and 5 right above him. Marth with the Super Mushroom here, can he make a bit of a comeback for himself? Not quite yet. That might do it. Nope. Mario's going to return the same exact way. Marth Super Mushroom for a long time here. Maybe he grabbed another, maybe not. He just returned normal size 157 on Mario. Marth really needs to get that knockout. Oh, the counter. And that will do it, unless... Oh, yeah, never mind. Mario, nice. Still here. Marth slowly falling. 65 on his last now. And that is what you don't want to happen. Takes too long. Get too much percent there. You're already in the orange. You're 75%. Your opponent still has an extra stock left. He's at 194 with a poison mushroom, and you still can't get him off. There it is. But 84 now on Marth. Super mushroom. It's possible still here for him. Just a couple nice attacks, which he gets. Super mushroom now from Mario, though. And that'll do it. Connects with the open palm attack. Or whatever. Dapper Mario getting the first victory of the day for us, a 525 match. A long one for sure. And that's going to put him into the playoff picture. And it may bring Marth out. We're now going to have to see how, really basically just how Mii Brawler does. Mii Brawler loses, Marth's 13th. If Mii Brawler wins, Marth is 14th, or maybe even worse, if depending on how Lucario does. But yeah, Mario 5, 6, and 7 now. That's 6 and 7's decent. It's not so bad. 5 and 7 for Marth. Yeah, of course, other than Donkey Kong, Mario, the only other 13 and 7 from the Red division last season, that's doing anything. Because the two that were better than Mario and DK, Kirby and Peach, are 3 and 8 and 1 and 10, respectively. So that's pretty much horrible. Not respectable, respectively. But 4 and 8, I'm sorry, 60%, 68 already on this young Link here, who is 4 and 8, who is still in it. 4 and 9 is not good, but it's still maybe not out of it with 4 wins already. No bye just yet for him. It's maybe still doable. It's maybe still doable. Kirby's below him. Ryu, Jigglypuff, Peach are all below him still. But yeah, with a loss, he may just earn his way into the bottom 6 for good. We would have seen Toon Link here last season in the red. Young Link wasn't here at all in the league, but he's now here, and he got rolled randomly into the red division, where we saw Toon Link exit last season for being bad and being like, what was he? Was he 7? He might have been 7 and 13 when all was said and done, something like that. Oh no, never mind. He was the other 3 and 17. There were 2 of them that were down there, tied at the second worst, 3 and 17. He was one of them. Meta Knight was the other. Simon with the first knockout here, 70% only on him at the moment, 33 already on Link's, Toon Link's. Young Link, I'm sorry, Young Link's. Second. Simon, 8-3. Doing incredibly well because that chain is crazy. That's about the main reason, really. Same with Richter, he's making a bit of a comeback for himself in his yellow division there. But Simon didn't really need to do the same here, he's kind of just been winning. Lost a few, obviously, but he is right now number 2. I'm sorry, he's not number 2, but he is, he's close to that. Number 3, well, could be number 2. Needs to win here. Pyra, he's like tied up there with him, or number 3 at least. Donkey Kong, K-Roar are like tied for number 1, but then right behind them are the 8-3s, Pyra, for Simon and Byleth. So the loss from some, win from others. We'll see. Simon not much trouble in this one right now. 57, 62, 64 on his little second. Young Link though on his last right now. Trying to make a bit of a comeback, some damage coming out from him. He's got weapons of his own. They're just not as formidable, apparently. He's doing everything he can to dodge all that stuff. Dodging some of it. 38 on him, 93 on Simon. He could bring this back. Man, there's a bunch of damage from Simon. 84 now on Young Link. Not looking good all of a sudden. Simon grabs him. He just misses hitting that super mushroom. Simon gets it. It means the chain's going to reach the entire map, basically. But Young Link is actually a little shorter than it when he's supersized. So, oh man. 118 to 110, so Young Link might be able to get one more, but it's gonna be over here. There it is. Both of them whipping stuff back and forth at each other. Simon's connects, and that'll do it. Very easy one for him. Young Link, not an easy matchup there for him. So, you know, maybe you gotta just take that loss, move on to your next match. It's 4-9 now. Again, still probably a chance. And we got the 9-3 Simon. See who else can make it up there to 9-3. Where K Roll's gonna stay with his bye. DK may go up to number 1 by himself. But yeah, right now Simon's basically solidified number 2 spot for himself, tied with somebody. I suppose actually for him it's a tie for either first or second place, depending on how Donkey Kong does. That's what it really comes down to for these guys. Same with Pyra, Mithra, and Byleth if they can win their matches. So great for Simon. Greninja here, just like Young Link, 4-8. He beat Young Link though, so he's looking a little better, and he didn't lose this one yet. Although Kirby, that was an incredible way to begin for him. Super Mushroom, huge mallet smack, 76% knockout on Greninja to begin this one. And Kirby, he's, I guess, also not out of it because he's 3-8. With a win here, he goes to 4-8, where Greninja is at the moment, because Kirby had a bye. Greninja did not. So that's that. Again, the only difference between these two. So a very important one for the bottom here. Fighters still trying to make the playoffs, still with a shot, still with a, you know, a believable shot. Greninja obviously a little more than Kirby, but Kirby with a win, yeah. Maybe, could you imagine Kirby's turning this season around? The number 1 from last season who just started off horrifically at, he must have had one early win maybe, but no, 1-3, no, 0-4, and then 1-4, so not very early. He was 1-4, 2-4 after that. Actually won 2 in a row before, I guess, losing ever since then, except for recently. He had one recent. No, it wasn't too recent. Okay, all 3 of his wins actually toward the middle of what we've done so far. So has yet to have one for a bit here. Got 2 knockouts though already on Greninja. This is looking like it's all things Kirby, however, so not great for Greninja. Again, he's gonna have still a shot just like young Link. Although losing to Kirby, that's gonna put Kirby probably ahead of both of them. Same record, but if you're beating Greninja right now, unless the only way is if of course young Link defeated Kirby, which is possible, very possible. If that happened, nobody will really be switching spots around, but they will all, of course, be the same record. So that's important. And yeah, if you're wondering about young Link and Kirby, they did not fight yet. So yeah, Kirby with a win here is actually going to move himself up into the middle of the division. That's crazy. Almost, I guess. Yeah, he won't quite be there. He's going to be ranked 16. 15 would be that middle pack that moves. The bottom of it, at least. I'm sure Kirby wants to get back to the top 8, though. And boom! That dropkick, I think, is his answer to what I just said. A very commanding victory over Greninja right there. Not the easiest of fighters, but a very nice way to start with that big knockout. Followed it up by just clean gameplay the rest of the way through. Good job, Computer Kirby. That's yeah, 4 and 8 for him. That's 4 and 9 for Greninja, just like young Link. Of course, then Kirby's going above both of them because he has a better record than both of them. And that's that. All right, now we got still some good ones, but they're gonna, you know, we're trending toward our worst matchups before we get to our best 4. This one, however, important in different ways for both of these fighters. It's a big difference in record, but they both really want the win. Pyra and Mythra falling out of their #1 spot that they held for several sets. They just fell out of it with a loss last set. So, looking for a little redemption here, maybe. Mythra on the attack right now. Ryu, 3 and 9. This is basically his last chance, and he does have maybe one last chance with the losses just happening around him, just above him, that is. Oh, the stun, but a poison mushroom afterwards, so not gonna help him very much there. Ryu, tied up in percent right now. He just misses that big fist. Again, Pyra and Mythra win here, tied again for that first place spot. Lost to Dr. Mario. I don't know if Pyra and Mythra have lost to anybody that's up to Donkey Kong, so Donkey Kong's not going to be on the same wavelength as everybody else. Pyra and Mythra have beaten King K. Rool. May have lost to, not sure how, they may have fought. Oh no, Ryu off the bottom of the stage, yikes. I don't know if they fought, or maybe they were up against Simon at some point, but I'm not actually seeing it here. So maybe not. Poison Mushroom on Ryu. Mythra, 100% first stock. Oh, dodges the Super Mushroom. Ryu grabs it. Could have brought it back. He's now 48%. Oh, okay. He gets the knockout there. Then a Poison Mushroom brings him to normal size. Kind of close until Mythra just, well, 61%. That was decent. Decent damage. It's one of those safe types of damage attacks. Oh, Poison Mushroom. And I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Pyra must have one of those. Yeah, she has one of those attacks that bring her down quickly. The up B that brings her down afterward quickly. And she misses the stage somehow. So, wow, that's crazy. Okay, so with that up B, able to bring it back to even, but not looking good. It's crazy. Pyra and Mythra are maybe about to lose to one of the worst in the league, in the division, and give him a shot at playoffs still. Ryu with a Super Mushroom. Wait a second. Mythra, 59%. Both of them last stock right now. This is crazy. Okay, Mythra staving off any more attack by attacking herself. Ryu has the Poison Mushroom, 49% on him. 59, Pyra's out. And one big attack from her. Nope, Ryu back to normal size. Now, Pyra is big. Ryu on the attack, though. And he continued because Pyra, that sword, she can throw it. It's ridiculous. That's basically, that flaming sword is probably the reason Pyra and Mythra have been doing as well as they have. That's pretty much their ace in the hole. 134 though on them right now. Ryu's stacked up a ton of percent. And all he needs is 144, one decent hit, and they're out of here. He's at 49. He's got a nice cushion here to take this huge upset victory. I can't believe it. Oh, fire versus fire. Ryu's connects though. Oh no, Mythra the Poison Mushroom. Pyra grabs it, then subs Mythra in like, I get you're gonna deal with this. I don't wanna do this. So Pyra's back in now. Okay, normal size. Still a shot, I guess. 166 on them. 65 on Ryu with, oh, he comes back with the kick though. Wow, there it is.
Give it your all.
Crazy. Pyra and Mythra falling farther. I can't believe it. They're now 8-4 after they were 6-1. 6-1 I guess was the best they were, but still 6-2, 7-2, 8-2. They were still the top of the division. That was nuts. But that's it. Everyone was so close in this division. You never knew who was gonna beat who, and there you go. This is the same as last season. It's crazy for this division. Even though we swap people around, it's gonna take maybe a few seasons for all the swapping to start making big differences in the different divisions. But I think we're gonna see it happen. That's the whole reason we're swapping the middle of the divisions. So then some decent fighters have a chance to maybe take over some other divisions, which we've seen already happen. But anyway, Ryu 4-9, along with Young Link and Young Link and Greninja now, so very interesting. Kirby moving up above all of those guys, and we have then Pyra and Mythra moving down below all the ones with 9 wins. She's down to 8-4 now. We'll see if Byleth moves up with Simon or down with Pyra. But here's this match first. Peach 1-10. She's done in 10, I would say, with 10 losses already. Only 1 win at her by. Yeah, she's struggling a lot, to say the least. It's crazy because she was 13-7 last season. Number 2. Now she's the last. She's the very last. And not even tied down there with anybody. She's just the last. In fact, she's like second to last in the entire league right now. The only one worse than her is Ken, the winless Ken. It's just crazy to think how far she's fallen. And she, of course, made the playoffs, and she had the bye. She didn't have to play in round 1, and then she came in the next round. She was the lowest of the 8 buys, so she had to play the hardest. The next best competitor coming from the first round of playoffs, the best of them, and that was Lucas, and she lost to him. So she does not have a playoff win, and yeah, it's not looking like she's going to make the playoffs this season. But the way things are going, she could somehow go 2-10, which it's not looking like she will. I don't know. You could. I don't know. If this division would somehow allow an 8-12, or even less likely somehow a 7-13 into the playoffs, that would maybe give her a shot. But I don't think you'd get 8-12. There's a slight possibility. I don't think you're going to get any lower than that. So that means she can only lose 2 more times. Right now, tying this one up though against Hero, 2 stock each. Hero, on the other hand, much more important. All right, for now, he's 7-5, number 9, tied but below Zelda. It's 7-5, losing to her already. Nice block of the hip. with that shield there. Yeah, so he could certainly use a win here. He's looking decent right now for playoffs, 7-5. That's a good spot to be, especially when you're up against the worst in the league or worst in the division right now. You're thinking to yourself, I should be winning this. I should be moving to 8-5 for sure. And Zelda's got to go up against Byleth in the last match, so it's a good shot for Hero to even move into the top 8. At the moment, at least, and bam, there it is. Getting the second knockout on Peach, 60 on his second. She can make any kind of comeback. Needs to do damage. Hero doing damage though. Not good on Peach's part. Was Mushroom for Hero, Super Mushroom for Peach. Can she do it with that? A, B, oh, so close. Not quite. There it is. The end of that Super Mushroom. Getting that knockout, 70% on her. Still a chance to win this one. Unfortunately for Hero, that's the last thing you want. To be in a close one. It's not like Peach has been in terrible matches this entire time. She's probably had some close ones, but you don't want to be in a close one with her. 30-100. Oh man, Poison Mushroom on Hero. Is Peach gonna close it out right here? 65-101. Hero's favor, but the Poison Mushroom, Peach just picked up her second victory over the 7-5 Hero. What is happening? All right, that's just gonna again open up the potential for more people down below here to make it into the playoffs. If the ones at the top or in the, say, in the middle of the playoff picture start losing like this to the lower ones, everyone's gonna be in it for a long time here. It's gonna be crazy in this red division. So right now, yeah, Hero 7-6. Peach is 2-10. So I don't even know what to think about that. And of course, here 2-9 Jigglypuff. I don't believe Jigglypuff and Peach even fought yet, so there's that as well. But Hero at 7-6, he's still going to be okay for now. That's fine. But again, everyone's so close, you can't keep losing. Can't keep losing. Yeah, Jigglypuff 2-9. We got the Ken. I'm sorry, Terry here. Yeah, not Ken. 6-5 Terry. Just below where Hero was, number 10. On a bit of a downtrend himself here. A little bit. Right now, though, pretty decent. Yeah, Poison Mushroom on Jigglypuff. Decent lead as well for him. Get a quick knockout. Or maybe, yep, there it is. Nope. Yeah, Jiggly coming from the yellow last season, 7-13, not good. Again, the yellow division not faring all that badly this time around here in their new division. Jigglypuff is, however. Lucario is not doing great. He was another 7-13. He's 4-7 right now, kind of around the same percentage of wins. So we'll see if what he ends up. Maybe he'll end up same thing. Maybe he'll. Right now, he's got a shot at the playoffs. Still, which he did not make either. Obviously, 7-13. Marth also was down there. Marth doing slightly better, but who knows at his 5-7 now. Lucario can do the same today against a much tougher opponent. Next, actually. Oh man, there it is. Finally, Terry getting that first knockout. 68 on him. Another Poison Mushroom for Jigglypuff. Ooh. Alright for now, but a Super Mushroom on Ken. Yeah, another nice spinning car wheel kick attack, and that is gonna do it. And Jigglypuff sleeping away on our last stock. Poison Mushroom on Terry though. He's got to go because he's won 21%, so it's not great for Jigglypuff. needs to get him. and get that thing off of him. That's the problem with high percentage Terry here. He just, oh no. Especially against Jigglypuff, who keeps falling asleep and not getting the counter. Or just the sleep in general. Hey, gets a knockout there though. 80% on her, not much of a chance here. Terry 2-stock. Terry 2-stock here. $127 on Jigglypuff. Supersized Terry. Ah, he just lost it. Yo. Yes. Whoa, Terry. Whoa now. Almost off the side of the stage there. He's alright. He's alright. There it is. 157. Jigglypuff's out of here. And there goes Terry. 7-5 himself now, going above Hero, who just lost. So there's that for him. He could go even farther up if Zelda loses later on. And Jigglypuff is down to 2-10 like Peach. Again, they haven't fought yet, so that's going to be an interesting one, I guess. One of them has to win, so one of them has to get another win, at least. So there's that. There's that. Yeah, Terry going to start closing in on a playoff spot here. So he's got one already, but an actual spot in the playoffs with these matches running out here, just like Donkey Kong. The very top, of course. Almost solidifying him his way, earning his way in already, maybe even the top 3, which get buys this time around, this season. Every division, the top 3 getting buys, 2 rounds of divisional play. It's going to be 13 go. It's 5 rounds the first round. 5 will go on, plus the 3 buys. That'll be 8. That's 4 that win in every division, and then we move to league play, and that's several rounds there to get whittle that, which would be 16 altogether, down to just one, right? Lucario already out here, not good. It's the very tough, you know. Again, sometimes you just gotta take your losses where they're gonna come, where they're bound to probably come, which is here. He almost got a nice knockout there on DK while he was supersized. Not quite gonna do it though. 31 on his second, 96 on Donkey Kong's first. DK, of course, 9-3. The only one right now, K-Roll and him, both 9-3. The only one with a chance to move to 10 wins in this division. This set, K-Roll on a bye. He can take that number 1 spot for himself for now. He has a bye next, though, so anyone else can catch up to him. Lucario able to get that first knockout. 99 right now on him, however, and DK is coming back at him with a vengeance. Going for that knockout on the ledge. Not gonna happen. Okay. All is well at the moment. Lucario 4-7. We already talked about him. He's just out of playoffs right now. He could make it in though with a Mii Brawler loss. Mii Brawler goes to 5-7. Lucario will be 5-7 with Mii Brawler and Marth, depending on how he's done against those two. He could be the 13th spot in playoffs. He's been there. He's been up there already. Earlier, he was doing okay. Actually, he's been kind of been down right underneath the playoffs this entire time. Take it back. So that would be his first time in playoff contention today, if depending on those matchups. And also, if Mii Brawler loses, that's big. That's next. And now Lucario's big, and he is, so close to, there it is. Oh, man. One more attack will do it. Down goes DK for the second stock. 135 and Lucario. DK obviously going to just, retaliate and bring this back to even. He's got a Super Mushroom now. 1-1 stock, as we are all tied up. This is crazy, but that Super Mushroom doing work for DK. 36 right now with Lucario. Good thing for Lucario, he dodged that last attack with the Super. Oh man, Lucario now on an attacking spree, but he only got 33% down with his Super Mushroom. Oh, but a huge attack. Oh, it was so close to the knockout. 64 on DK, 79 on Lucario. One more Energy Blast, not going to do it. I know the name of that because I use Lucario in Pokemon now, but I can't remember it right now. Aura Sphere. I think that's one of Lucario's main moves. DK Supersize is going to be safe from the knockout there, probably. Lucario with some big attacks, 112 to 87. Lucario trying to pull off a massive upset, but he's tiny now. Can he do it with the... Oh, DK pulls the big mushroom away from him. That is incredible. And there he goes, DK just whipping him out of the stage while he's big. So close, Lucario. That was literally a pixel away. That super mushroom spelling his defeat. That was just amazing. So close, Lucario. So that just goes to show you, he's right there. 4-8 himself. He's going to be above several because of that. Kirby's there now with him. Just amazing. What a match. He was so close. Donkey Kong, though, that's a 10-3 DK. He is #1 now. Just like that little thing says there. Here we go. Last 3. And they're, of course, only going to get more interesting from here on out, more important from here on out. Yoshi, 7-4. And here's that Brawler, 5-6. It's not going to matter as much for Lucario, but whoa, Brawler just going to fall off the side of the stage. That's not good. It is going to matter for Marth. That's who is really waiting on this one ever since he lost the first match this set. Brawler win puts him ahead of Marth. Brawler loss keeps him below him at the same record. Brawler really struggling to stay on the stage here. Yoshi's trying to take advantage of that. Oh no, Yoshi. Same problem, I guess. Just hits his nose off the bottom of that stage. All the computers are really struggling with this stage for some reason. Maybe I'll try to find one that the CPU seem to understand a little better. You'd think that they would be able to figure out Dreamland, right? It's one of the main original stages. It's very simple. Even has like it has the bottom, the flat bottom. That's actually why we changed the Super Smash Bros. Knockout League mini destination custom map. It used to just be one flat rectangle, and now I made it with the bottom is tapered, so fighters don't get stuck like that on the bottom, because they do that a lot. It's kind of annoying. So, of course, yeah, computer fight. I'm sure real people do it from time to time, but the computers do it like probably 5 times more often, 10 times more often maybe. Doing the Brawler, almost bringing this back. He's brought it back, 130 to 104. He's actually in the lead right now, 2 stock each, but because of both of them falling off the side. It's anyone's knockout here. Brawler on the attack, but he's poisoned. Yoshi really, they both need the win, obviously. Brawler to stay in the playoff picture, Yoshi to stay in the top 8, probably. It's gonna be close. Oh man, down goes Yoshi, 1 stock left. 119 on Brawler's second. Super Mushroom and a huge attack from him, 35% on Yoshi. Almost launched from 1 attack right there. Nuts. Now they're just both throwing their projectiles at nothing. 119 Yoshi, you need the knockout. Hit with one of those eggs, now he's just whiffing all of them. Super Mushroom, oh, with the Brawler. Goes big, shot put goes big, and then it's in line with Yoshi's face. Not looking good for Yoshi. This is crazy. Another top 8 losing to 1 in the middle, or even worse. In the case of Pyra and Mythra. Gotta count them both in the wins and the losses, right? Pyra and Mythra, the tandem. It's like Zelda and Sheik used to be, but different, right? Because Pyra and Mythra are different people. As far as I know, I don't actually know anything about them. I would imagine they are. There it is, though. Poison Mushroom on Yoshi. Bam. 148 still left on the Brawler's second stock. Boom. With that big old kick, he's going to take his 6th win. And he's going to move to 500, 6-6. That's the nice place to be. And that's actually like right in the middle of the league right now. We got Pitt coming up, and he's 6-5. Terry moved to 7-5, but yeah, we still got Pitt. See how he does next. Yoshi down to 7 and 6, so he's right below Yoshi now. Just a half a game behind. It's all so close. And it looks like we're in the pink division, but it is the red tertiary skins this time around. Dr. Mario, this is a super important one, just like the last, but even better, right? We're just going up in records at this point. Mario's got, okay, he's got back to the stage. This is ridiculous right now. He should not be doing this against Pit. Not the guy you want to try to do edge things with. But that's all what he's all about right now. Pit, Super Mushroom, because Mario's on the ledge. Poison Mushroom, though, back to normal size. Basically, even though after all that, still, exactly even. Mario, advantage, offensive. Is continuing that attack. Pit now, okay, so we got Dr. Mario 8 and 4. Pit is 6 and 5, like we said. Dr. Mario with a win here, going to 9 and 4. That would be pretty crazy. Might start carving out his spot in that top 8 a little bit with that win, with this win, if he can do it. Super Mushroom, that'll help at least a little bit. 57, 78. It's keeping it close. It was up there as well at one point. He was, what was he? 5 and he was 4 and 1. And he dropped to 4 and 2, 5 and 2. So that was about the best he was, but he was up there. He was up there. His shot coming again from last season, the yellow division, 8 and 12, just above that three-way tie at the bottom at 7 and 13. He was just one win ahead of them. So pretty much just as bad. But maybe that one win is saying something about him. That he is better than them when they have to play a different, you know, more of a variety of fighters, which they have this season now in our official Season 1. Pit, the first knockout. Oh boy. Ooh, Dr. Mario almost answers back, but not quite. 107 on Pit, not first. And you stack up some damage on Dr. Mario's second before he's out of here. 120 right now, trying to make his way back to the stage safely, does so-ish. Mario's still on the attack, though. On him on his second. Super Mushroom for Pit. And you get another attack or two off with that. Nope, Poison Mushroom instead. And down he goes, 171%. Almost all tied up, 30 on Mario. Trying not to be slightly upset here. He's going to be upset, obviously, in two ways. A loss. Dr. Mario Super Mushroom, though. Bring it back to about even after Pit's nice attacks here. Said no, maybe he's going to try, but he's not going to because Pit's going to continue the onslaught here. 73 to 55. It's so close. It's so close. What a great match right here between these two. Both won that spot so bad, and with 7 and 5, Pit again will be looking decent, maybe even number 8, depending on what, no, I guess maybe not 8. Oh, maybe 7 and 5 Yoshi, depending on what he's done against Yoshi, it's possible he'd be there. It'd be Terry, Pit, and Yoshi if Pit can win this one. 95 to 106. Of course, again, Mario would be up there with the losers of that big 8 and 3 spot, or I guess not. He'd be up there with the winners of the 8 and 3s. Or no, he'd be behind them. He's going to be in his own spot. He's in his own weird place right now. Like a game behind Donkey Kong if he wins, which is amazing because he'd be 9 and 4, Donkey Kong 10 and 3. But they both need their buys still, which is why. And now at this point, getting into the later part of the season, the ones that haven't had a buy are the ones with the weird numbers at this point. That's Dr. Mario, who is eliminated first here on the 2 stocks. 118 on Pit. Can Mario answer again? Sooner than last time, at least. He gets that Super Mushroom. And Poison 1 below him. Not going to get that. He is going to get the knockout, though, on Pit. And we are back to even. 15 on Mario. Oh, Pit. That would have been horrible if he just didn't make it back there. That would have been the worst. But he did, so it's okay. It's okay. Dr. Mario is supersized. Low percent still for both, but wait, Pit on the attack again, still with Dr. Mario. Big, doesn't matter. 54 to 24, 54 to 24. Pit on the map. Dr. Mario, Poison Mushroom. 54%. Pit only 24. Now Dr. Mario, though, attacking while he's small. Again, keeping it close. Super Mushroom off the stage. 55 to 45. 55 to 50. Pit's favor, but just 5%. Now 655 to 65. Dr. Mario. It is that close. Another attack from him. Can he pull away the Super Mushroom? Oh, the pill hits Pit away from the Super Mushroom. Dr. Mario grabs it and then falls off the stage. Pit wins. Oh, Dr. Mario, my friend, the good doctor, falls on his own. What a way to go. What a way to go. 5:35 match. An incredible bout, and down goes Dr. Mario, almost on his own volition. Crazy. Pit is now 7-5, like we said. 8-5, Dr. Mario. This division is going to be so close. So close still after today. But we have one left, and it, of course, includes the potential for an upset. 7-5 Zelda. 8-3 Byleth. Again, Zelda with a win would still remain half a game back, just like we've seen several times today already. Byleth barely hanging on with that chain. Zelda on the attack. Super-sized mushroom. And back to normal. Misses that big halberd swing. Lucky for her. That thing is... And if we're going to mention why everyone is where they are, Pyra and Mythra being good because of that fiery sword of Pyra's. Simon and Richter in the other division being good because of the big old chain. Byleth is good because of that massive halberd lance thing. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. But Zelda says, I don't care, you don't have a good up B. Recover from that, my friend. And down goes Byleth. And that is a Zelda going down to 60%. And Byleth says, well, here's my friendly halberd for you. Got some friendly Din's Fires for me. I got a friendly halberd for you. Because this is a friendly bout, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, so both top 8 is Zelda is number 8. And so could shake things up. Byleth just trying to be one of those that doesn't lose in that. So she would be the... Simon is up. DK went up, but he was 9-3. So she would go up with K-Roll along with Simon. That's what she wants. Top 5. It's not quite there. But with Pyra and Mythra's loss, she would be. It's an easy-ish knockout here on Zelda's second, so... Kind of just that flurry of attacks from Zelda early on that put her in the lead, and now she's lost it. 45 on Byleth's second. Zelda up to 38 on her last. Zelda, of course, 12-8 last season, made the playoffs. She was there. She lost a Link, so that wasn't amazing, but yeah, she made it. She was pretty good. Oh, but the Poison Mushroom. And the Super Mushroom for Byleth, that's definitely going to be game. Too bad for Zelda. Not much you can do about already behind. Not much you're going to do about that. Size deficit. All those weapons of Byleth. 225 match for our last one. Not great. Zelda, it's going to fall to 7-6. This is really going to, even with her loss, it's really going to change things up even more. Byleth going to move up in the world. So, yeah, after this, they're all crazy at this point, it seems. Let's find out where everyone ended up. All right, man, yeah, things are just getting crazy in this one. After Mario defeating Marth, Simon beating Young Link, Kirby defeating Greninja, Ryu beating Pyra and Mythra, Hero defeating Peach, Terry beating Jigglypuff, Donkey Kong beating Lucario, Mii Brawler defeating Yoshi, Pit defeating Dr. Mario, and Byleth beating Zelda. We've got now, after 13, Donkey Kong by himself, 10-3, King K. Rool, Simon, and Byleth, all 9-3s, 3 of them there. K. Rool has already beaten both of them, so he does remain in number 2. We've got Pyra and Mythra, sole 5th place now, 8-4. Luckily for them, they're in the top 5 because Dr. Mario also lost, which kept him in 6th place. And then so Pyra didn't fall any farther than that, or the 9-4 Dr. Mario would have been above her, of course, above them. And we got the 8-5 Hero by himself in 7th, and then a tie, 7-5s Yoshi, Terry, and Pit, 8 to 9th place, or 8, 9, and 10 there. And Yoshi has beaten both of them as well, so he actually does get that 8th place spot at the moment. Then we got Zelda down to 7-6, way down there, number 11 now. We got 6-6 Mii Brawler by himself, and then the 6-7 Mario, who's right now the last playoff spot. He just got that for himself, defeating Marth, who is now 5-7. Lucario is 4-8, didn't drop anywhere. He beat Kirby, who's now also 4-8. So Kirby moving his way up. Greninja down a little bit, beat both Young Link and Ryu, all of them 4-9 right now. Young Link's also defeated Ryu, so they all might still have a chance at 4-9, I think. Just maybe. They all still need their buys, so they do have the 4 wins plus the bye to come. So I don't know, just possible, I guess, maybe. Jigglypuff and Peach finally 2-10s. I think that they're done, but what a crazy division. Just look at those records. Of course they have a chance at 4-9. The 7-5 Yoshi, only a few matches ahead, is number 8. So I would say it's basically anyone's game for basically any of it. And honestly, yes, if the 6-7 Mario can get in, then I guess maybe still the 2-10 Jigglypuff and Peach can get in. It's a really long shot. We'll say that as well. They had their buys, of course, so with 2, 4, 6, 8 sets left, of course, obviously they can get 10-10. 10-10 is still manageable. We'll just have to see. It should be manageable for the duration here. What's coming up next? It's the Green Division set 13, of course. It's going to be Link taking on Corrin, Little Mac versus Shulk, Toon Link versus Chrom, Villager taking on Bowser, Kazuya up against Sheik, Diddy Kong versus Lucina, King Dedede up against Mega Man. Then we got Piranha Plant taking on Luigi, Mii Gunner versus Mewtwo, and finally Bowser Jr. in the final match against Wolf. And then Bayonetta there as a bye. Here, though, our Red Division matchups for set 14. It's going to be another fun one. Lucario, 4-8, is taking on that Greninja at 4-9. Finally, it's happening. Pokemon v Pokemon. 2 cool ones. Everyone loves Lucario and Greninja, right? Then we got Kirby, 4-8. That's an important one for both of them, of course. Kirby 4-8 needs a win as well against the 8-5 Hero. Then we got Byleth up there as well, 9-3. She's taking on the 4-9 Young Link. Even harder for him. He also needs a win. 10 losses might do you in. So they're all maybe on their last leg there, even with the 4 wins. Then we got Pit, who's in the middle there at 7-5. He's taking on Ryu, also down at 4-9. Then Pyra and Mythra trying to get another win for themselves here after a few losses, 8-4 right now. They're up against the 2-10 Jigglypuff. And we got the 2-10 Peach taking on the 6-7 Mario. So he also wants to keep winning and stay in that playoff contention. That's our 6th match. Then our best 4, Marth, 5-7, just fallen out of playoff contention. He's up against Zelda, just falling out of the top 8 at 7-6. Then we got Mii Brawler at 6-6, taking on Terry at 7-5. King K. Rool 9-3, then versus Yoshi 7-5, again also just like Terry. And finally Simon 9-3 versus Mario, Dr. Mario, that is 8-5. It's going to be a great one. And of course, as mentioned, Donkey Kong now on his bye. He's 10-3. We'll see if K. Rool, Simon, or Byleth can manage to catch him again, I don't think any of them have played. We'll see though once they get there, because they may have once they're all tied up. We'll take a closer look at that. I'm sure some of them have. In fact, if they would have all 4 of them get to 10, I'm sure some of them at that point would have played payroll. In fact, we already know beat both Simon and Byleth already, so there is that. But anyway, that's it, guys. Let me know who you think is going to win the next ones. Like, subscribe, and check everything else out on the channel. Come join us for our streams in the mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, except Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also don't stream on Sunday and Monday. But until then, I'm Rainy with Nerds Templar, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. Peace out.